Today we're announcing Apple Music, the next chapter in music, and I know you are going to love it.
The marketplace, any Apple device, and there are hundreds of millions out there, that upgrades to the new iOS, which is the new, the iOS 9 is the new Apple operating system. And most people have an Apple iPhone or an iPad are going to get this operating system. It's a basic upgrade. And when they do, there'll be an icon on their their home screen, Apple Music, and they'll have 3 months free to use this thing before the $9.99 a month kicks in.
I'd briefly like to talk about the big story from this week, which was the issue of whether to include A-shares, Chinese A-shares, in the MSCI Emerging Markets Index. As you can see from this chart, the leadership of emerging markets has changed frequently over the last 20 years, but you've never had any one country with more than about a quarter of the total index. If you take a look at the allocation now, obviously China has risen to that level, even though A-shares, the shares that are available virtually only to domestic investors, are not included at all.
So we are trying to create technology that can smile at you so you smile back, to establish a relationship between technology and human beings at a human level. This material, for example, Frubber, is a patented bilipid layer human skin. Compression, elasticity similar, 95% less energy required than silicon. The applications are primarily those that are human-facing services. The big challenges, and we're truly trying to focus on these big challenges like healthcare, these chronically challenging issues like elder care, Alzheimer's, dementia, social therapy for autism, education, and then these, entertainment, of course.
So clearly it's going to be used for human interaction things.
Absolutely.
Internet explodes about 1995, and of course, Microsoft from 95 to 2000, we double our profits. We double our profits again to 2005. The only way you can think of Microsoft as not successful is to say, did we lead in every market in the digital environment? And no company has done that. And now we have a little bit of a re-energization under a new CEO who's looking at the mobile, the cloud, and saying, hey, the company has to really adopt and lead in this environment, and it's exciting to see that take place.
The wells that Shell plans to drill in the Arctic this summer will be some of the most closely scrutinised in history. If all goes to plan, in July the Polar Pioneer will be towed through the Bering Strait to the Chukchi Sea off the northwest coast of Alaska.
As far as sequence, we get on location, run anchors, and then we'll drill an 8.5 pilot hole, and that's to check for permafrost or any shallow hazards. And then after we do that, then we will get ready to deploy the big bit.
Farfetch, the luxury online fashion site based in London, recently raised $86 million, valuing the company at $1 billion. Its chief executive, Jose Neves, says the smart luxury brands will strike the right balance between physical and digital.
The physical experience is absolutely fundamental, but it will be augmented by the digital world. And the real challenge for the industry is to be online in the legitimate channels where the experience is controlled, where photography is professional, where customer service is fantastic.
The fall in the iron ore price was unexpected from the perspective that it went against the normal demand and supply economic rules. When you've got a falling supply, you would expect that prices would stay reasonably strong, but even though the stockpiles in China fell over the last 9 months, the iron ore price, instead of staying strong, collapsed.